All right. Hello and welcome to tonight's training. My name is Simon.
I'm Leslie. Hi.
And I was going to say something silly right there, but we'll pass because we've got a lot to cover. Tonight we're talking about how you can overcome fear of failure. This is one of the most common mindset challenges that ends up plaguing most entrepreneurs, especially those who are starting out as solopreneurs and just trying to figure out how to build that first side hustle. And it can be debilitating.
Yes. It can be.
Does that ever hit you?
Oh, it hits me often.
Yeah?
Actually, yeah.
Can you tell a moment when it has?
Anytime that I have had a new idea and I think it will work really, really well, and then I get on Etsy and I see that somebody else is already doing it, and oh, somebody else is already doing it, and oh, somebody else is already doing it. Why would I do it? And
So
then I talk myself into failure.
kind of a combination of, and that's one of the gotchas about mindset issues is they're seldom by themselves because it sounds like you're dealing with a fear of success, or I'm sorry, a fear of failure
Yeah.
and imposter syndrome at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we want to talk about how you can shift your belief, how you can shift what you understand to be true, understand to be true about success. Yeah. Air quotes. About success and failure. Because really what it comes down to is whether you succeed or whether you fail really depends on what's up here. What do they call that? The most important 6 inches on the planet?
Yep.
Right? So let's jump in.
Right.
First, let's talk about how success and failure is most often perceived. You have 2 tracks, right? You have 2 tracks that you can take. One that will lead to success and one that will lead to failure. And if you take the track that leads to success and you continuously do successful or success generating things, you will eventually arrive at a place that is somehow magically called success. But that's not how it works. I don't know if you've seen the images. In fact, I'll drop one in the comments below. I don't know if you've seen the images where it says the reality of entrepreneurship, and it has you start and a level line and finish, and then the reality is start and then all over the peaks and valleys and highs and lows until you eventually arrive at a place that we want to call success. And that's what the reality of success and failure really looks like when it comes to entrepreneurship. One of the main things that I teach about success and failure is you do not fail until you give up.
Yep.
As long as you're willing to try again, to course correct, to try something different, to put yourself out there and keep moving forward no matter how minutely, you cannot have failure.
As long as you keep trying.
How long did we try before we made our first $1,000 month?
Oh man.
It was 3 years into our journey, I think.
At least.
Right? It takes time. And you have to be able to look out into the distance and say, this is what I want. I'm going to keep moving toward it no matter what.
Yep.
Right? And that's where we come into number 2. Right? Do you want to talk about BTAR?
Yeah. So, number 2 is another really important aspect is where you spend at least 10 minutes a day growing your mindset. Now, this is listening to podcasts or motivational speakers like Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn,
Zig Ziglar. The oldies, Earl Nightingale.
Yeah.
I think maybe we'll also throw a list of our favorite motivational speakers into the comments.
Absolutely.
So be sure to look down there. Go on.
But yeah, so listen to motivational speakers at least 10 minutes a day and learn how to identify what your current beliefs are. And once you've done that, change those into thoughts. Is that like identify your beliefs and then develop new thoughts or new patterns?
There's a common axiom. I think it's attributed to Buddhism, but it's Take heed of your beliefs, they become your thoughts. Take heed of your thoughts, they become your actions. Take heed of your actions, they become your character.
Yes.
And this is very similar. When it comes to achieving success in your online business, it comes down to your belief system. The things that you believe about yourself, your world, and your environment are the things that are going to affect how you think. They're going to affect how you think about what you're doing, who you're interacting with, what you're accomplishing, or what you're not. Those thoughts determine what action you're willing to take. And then the action that you're willing to take, that you put yourself out there and you say, I'm going to do this until I have success, or I don't want to do this, it feels uncomfortable. Those two different action philosophies lead to different results.
Yeah.
Right? So you have belief becomes your thoughts become your actions dictate your results. And the results that you continuously collect or get, because my mind is going too fast, the results that you continuously get are going to feed into your belief system. And if you're struggling and you're trying things and you keep running up against a wall and not having success that you're looking for, it's easy to give up, because it's easy to say, I tried this and it didn't work, I tried this and it didn't work, I tried this and it didn't work. What's the point?
Guys, sometimes you try things on a full moon. It will never work. But then you try it on a new moon, and guess what? You have magical powers on
Sometimes you try it sober.
Sometimes you try it sober, guys.
Just kidding.
I'm not encouraging alcoholism, but hey, a little bit of liquid courage.
I hope you get where we're going with this, right? When you maintain a solid belief system, and from that belief system, you know in your thoughts, you keep those powerful thoughts in your head. I can do this. I'm capable. If I can't do this the first time, I can learn how.
Yep.
Right? Those capability things, affirmations.
Yes.
Right? When you have those in your head, the actions that you're willing to take suddenly become much bigger.
Yeah.
When you're low energy, you have low energy thoughts, you're going to have low energy action. When you have low energy action, you're going to have low energy results. And it's going to be really hard to keep going.
Really hard.
Right? So that's why it's so important to spend that 10 minutes a day working on your mindset. Start every day with something that gives you a reminder to keep your positive thoughts.
Yep.
Right? Eventually, the belief system comes around.
And the really cool part about these, starting your day with a motivational explanation or motivational motivation, is they're going to pop up from time to time throughout your day. It's going to come out, and you're going to hear that voice. You're going to hear that Tony Robbins, that Zig Ziglar talking exactly what you heard that morning, but you're going to be like, okay, I look at it in a different way. I look at it in a different light. I'm doing something that applies to what they were talking about, and you're going to get, positive results because you're in a higher vibration. That's what I like.
We can just leave it here.
Yeah.
That was perfect. So, understand that the true nature of reality, the true nature of success is you can't quit. You keep going. And in the process of doing that, you change your mindset to change your mindset. You change your beliefs so that your thoughts and actions generate more better. Sorry, I'm trying to restate this in a different way, and it just comes out the same way every time. You want to reinforce your beliefs by taking better thoughts and actions so that the results that you achieve reinforce your beliefs, and you take even better thoughts and actions so you get even better results. And it's a spiral up or it's a spiral down. Right? You can't let it be a spiral down.
And if you catch yourself, change it. If
Yeah.
it's spiraling down, change it. Step away for a second. Walk out into nature.
Turn on some Tony Robbins.
There you go. Turn on some Tony Robbins.
Yep, he's great for that.
Turn on Tony Robbins, go for a walk.
There you go. All right, okay, so when you do that,
It's kind of a shift, isn't it?
What's that?
When you change your mindset, you adjust your beliefs, and then you shift. But then sometimes you get distracted.
It's easy to get distracted. That's the shiny object syndrome that we mentioned earlier. Just to throw this out here real quick, if you're not already a member of Profitable Online Side Hustles, which is our Facebook group where we help motivated individuals who want to escape the rat race, defeat the mindset challenges that keep them from jumping on entrepreneurship and embracing it, join our group, facebook.com/groups/profitable online side hustles. We should probably have a shorter URL, but we don't yet. And that brings us to our last point. How do you overcome fear of failure? Have a vision so compelling that failure is not an option. Does that make sense? See, we talk about watching Zig Ziglar and Tony Robbins and all these people, and they're not inspiration. They're not inspirational speakers. They're motivational speakers. Motivational comes from the Latin root of the word motive, which we also get motion from. Motivation is about pushing you. It's about creating forward momentum. But the thing about motivation is it's temporary. If you've ever tried to muscle through just a really bad day, it's challenging, right? Well, that's because motivation fades over time, and the only way to maintain internal motivation is through willpower, and willpower is a finite resource. You run out, and sometimes you just can't keep going, right? You have to give up for the day, not permanently, check out, come back and give it another shot the next day, right? And the opposite of that, the other side of that motivation, which is good, don't get me wrong, use them to jumpstart yourself. But what you need is inspiration. You need something that inspires you to keep going. Something that is so compelling that there is no stopping you from getting from where you are to that destination. And that's what we call a vision. What do you want? What should your life look like? What should your business look like? Who do you want to help? And above all, why? Why do you want that? Why do you want to help a certain group of people? Why do you want to work in a certain environment? Why do you want to study a specific topic? Simon Sinek, man. The Start With Why, such a brilliant book. If you haven't seen the YouTube, it's on YouTube, but it's a TED Talk. Thank you. If you haven't seen the TED Talk, go and watch it. Because what happens is, where we are today is just kind of where we're gonna stay without something acting on it. We have inertia, especially when you're caught in that rat race and you're in that cycle of get up, go to work, commute through traffic, come home, make dinner, watch TV, go to bed, cycle, repeat. And you're caught in that loop and you can't find the extra time to get out. You are experiencing an inertia that is holding you in place.
Yep.
And what you need is the inertia of momentum to get you moving.
Motivation.
Right?
You need a vision.
Motivation can get you moving forward. Inspiration pulls you forward. And what inspires you is up to you to decide. Everybody has a different dream, right? But that's the great thing about being an entrepreneur. You get to decide what the end goal is going to look like. Right?
100%.
Right? So you have to have that compelling vision of, what do I want to live? What is the life that I want to lead? Is it living in the sticks? Living off the land?
He knows me.
Is it is it a farmhouse in rural Iowa? Is it beach hopping from tropical beach to tropical beach, exploring the equator and never going too far from it? That would be me. I don't have a dream destination. I just have a set of dream criteria.
More like a lifestyle.
Yeah, it has to be blue sky, bluer water, and white sand. And someone to bring drinks.
All day.
I'll be there all day, right? But that's a lifestyle that calls to me, you know.
And you're
Go ahead.
I was gonna say your lifestyle can be anything.
Yeah.
You know, if you just want to provide for your family and make enough so that they're comfortable, that's acceptable. That's valid.
Yeah, well, yeah. And don't get me wrong, there's a whole lot more to it than just sitting on the beach getting drinks brought to me, you know. But that's the thing. Your vision can be composed of how do you spend your time relaxing? How do you spend your time contributing?
Mm-hmm.
How do you spend your time with your family? Who is your family?
Yeah.
Right? Your family of the future may not look like who you're with right now. You may be alone and want a partner and 3 kids, right? Make the vision of what you want your life to look like. And man, it's so easy to keep going when that fear of failure rears its ugly head.
Yep. Write it down too, guys. Write down your vision. Keep it in front.
Yep. We actually have quite a few classes that we do on visioneering, how to create your vision, how to address every part of your internal and external life. There's a lot to it. It's a little bit more than is in the scope of this training, but
that's how you succeed. You have a
That's
vision, you put it up front,
yeah, keep it front of mind.
keep it in your sights.
That's part of visioneering. We can actually go into that. It is not enough to sit down for an afternoon on a weekend and build this vision and then set it on a shelf.
No.
It has to be front of mind. And so part of my morning every morning is looking at the vision that we've created for our household and saying, this is what our home life will be like. And looking at the part of the vision that says, this is what our business will be like. This is who we're going to help, how we're going to help them, what we refuse to do, where we won't compromise, and where we will. Things like that. And the time that you spend every morning thinking about that, putting it in the forefront of your mind, is what will keep you going, keep you fired up throughout the day, so that when you have that fear of failure crop up, when you're worried that you're not taking the right actions, you'll keep going.
Yep.
Or find out.
Or you'll course correct.
Yep. So, we're at about 20 minutes. We're running a little short today. That's really it, though. If you have any questions or any comments to make, please feel free to do so. We'd be happy to have a conversation with you about the fear of failure or any other challenges that you're having in your journey. But to recap, create a compelling vision that will pull you forward no matter what. Spend time every day reviewing your vision and growing your mindset. Take care of the thoughts in your mind. There's an incredible book called What to Say When You're Talking to Yourself.
God,
Read it. Read it. And then when you're done reading that, read James Allen. Oh God, it's escaped me. A man's mind is likened to a garden. It's up there with Napoleon Hill. All right, I'm gonna look it up real quick because you need to read it. You absolutely need to read it. It is As a Man Thinketh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mention it all the time. So read As a Man Thinketh, and he makes a great analogy in there that a mind is like a garden, and it will grow whatever seeds you allow to take root there. So if, like your garden, you never spend time weeding it, every seed of an idea that lands in that garden will take root. Does that make sense? You will find yourself with just this random jumble of thoughts that don't have any real
All day.
they don't have any real cohesiveness to them. But if you take the time to weed the garden of your mind, it gives you clarity around what your purpose is, how to achieve your purpose with your vision.
Mm-hmm.
And man, when you start keeping that kind of philosophy, that kind of vision in the forefront of your mind on a daily basis, the fear of failure just doesn't have any place to take root.
It's like planting in concrete. It's not gonna work.
I like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So, again, anything else you want to add to this training? I think this pretty much covers it.
Yeah, quick little training site. And then just be aware of your beliefs and your reality. And understand that, honestly, you're going to move up and down with the option to succeed or the opportunity to fail. And if you stop learning and if you quit and you give up, that's when failure starts.
Yep.
But if you don't succeed in the way that you want to and you keep moving towards that vision of success that you have, that's where you'll find your path to success. So don't forget that.
No, and that's a fantastic thought to leave us on. So thanks for jumping on. Thanks for watching this, whether you're watching it live or if you catch the replay. And again, if you have any thoughts about this, comment down below. We will monitor this training and happy to have a conversation.